Hi guys, this is Demi Muse Artistry, or Ashley. But I want to once again thank you guys so much for subscribing to me. I really appreciate it, and I also appreciate those of you guys who are still subscribing despite the fact that I have not had a video in a while. And I haven't had a video. I will be the person giving excuses, but I'll be honest. As you can see from here and here, that my face is broken out terribly, and I'm actually in the process of trying to figure out what has caused that. I've been using a new skincare line, as well as I got a part-time job at a makeup store, and we're consistently using their products. I'm using their products as well. I'm not going to tell you where, so you can ask, but I'm probably not going to share with you because I can't. But in all, my face is breaking out from all these different changes that I've been doing, and that happens completely normal, but I didn't feel comfortable coming to you guys in that light. And I probably should have in hindsight, because that's probably being transparent, but you can see now, even with makeup, that there is, I'm wearing Studio Fix right now, yeah, and you can still kind of see through that there is a problem going on, but neither here nor there. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, title of this whole thing is being a dream catcher. Being a dream catcher is like near and dear to my heart. It means so much to me. It's kind of like the new way I live my life. I live my life under the notion that you catch your dreams. Whatever it is that you believe, if you want it bad enough, you can have it. And there's money to be made in a lot of ways and a lot of things, and why spend your life unhappy? Now, granted, this is very new for me, so I will really love to see how it all pans out. But so far, I have been blessed abundantly, over and abundantly. It's been the best decision for me, and I hope that whether you're dream catching about a job, or you're dream catching about many relationships, so whether you're dream catching about just anything that is in your mind, any vision that is not manifested right now, that if it's in you to do, that hopefully you go out and catch your dream. Because a lot of times people just think about things they want to do, and there's no action behind it. And I live in a place in my world, and everybody has a world, but in my world and in my place, I believe in you create your own action. Like, this is the plan that I'm going to do, so I'm going to make my dreams happen. Dreams don't happen just because. They happen because you made a step. So that's kind of what I did. I worked 7 years with the oil company. It was great. The money was great. It was a great opportunity, great experience. It's definitely setting me up for my next step. I'm probably not going to be the person that just works at a spa. That's not really my goal. We'll talk more about that later. But at the end of the day, it's setting me up to be able to manage a business and do all those things. But I chose to move out of that field when I just wasn't fulfilled anymore, and I knew that I wasn't being all that I could be, and I couldn't see how I was going to be better in 20 years, or how I was going to be able to be a good employee, or how I was going to keep a positive attitude, or how I was going to do anything to really benefit the company as well as benefit myself. I'm degreed. I have an undergraduate degree, and I have a master's degree. And that still wasn't enough. At that point, it was still like, okay, well, I have a degree, I have a job, this isn't enough. And I decided that something had to give. Just a quick background. My mother died when I was young. My mom had diabetes, so when she died, she went through a really hard death. By the end of her death, she had lost a limb, and she couldn't see. Things just were not as they were, at her peak level of health. So one thing she told me, and I was a little girl, I was like 11, she always said, make sure that whatever you do, have a plan B, and let that job be something that you can do, whether you're in a wheelchair, or, if you're blind, and all these different things. Now, can I probably do makeup when I'm blind? Probably not. That probably would not be the best idea, or anything like that. But I can do it in a wheelchair. I mean, there are things that allow you that freedom. And at this point, that's the freedom that I wanted. It's the freedom that when I have children, I can own my own business, and my children can come with me. So for me, I started mapping out things that were important to me. What I wanted in my household, how I wanted to live, how I wanted my family to come together. And I was like, well, okay, what are the things that I want? Okay, I want to be able to be home. I want my kids to do this. I want my husband to be able to do this. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm not married. I don't have kids, but I'm 29 years old, so I think about all these things. Anyway, moving on. topic for another day. But because of that, I thought about all those things that I wanted for my life. And I was like, okay, well, now what do you do? Like, what am I good at? And for a long time, I questioned whether I was good at anything, you know? You know that feeling where you're like, this girl's better than this, and this guy's better than that, but I don't have any skill set. But you do. You just have to tap into it. So what ended up happening is I wasn't wearing makeup. I was not a makeup wearer. I promise, guys. I was not a huge makeup wearer. Even today, I wear a lot of makeup normally, but today I don't look like it because it's neutral. But anyway, I didn't wear a lot of makeup in college. And Fashion My Crush, or Jen, was my roommate. And Jen always, and even now, her makeup game is a lot different than it was in college. It's amazing, but in college she was good, and she also wore more colors than I wore, and she exposed me to different looks, and she would do my makeup, and I'd be like, I mean, okay, I'm gonna go out, you know, people are, oh, your eyes look so cool, you look so great, and even then I still didn't even know, I didn't even tap into that resource at that point, you know. So I graduated from college, still really not wearing makeup. I mean, really wasn't, you know, whatever. I was a hot mess, matter of fact. I looked good when I first got my job when I moved to a small town. I looked really good. And then along the years, I just started getting lazy because in a small town, people don't care about those things, you know? And then people are like, you black, you don't crack. Well, you know, black doesn't crack, but black can be improved. So I just looked a little bit unkept. So at that point, I still was like, whatever, don't know what I want to do, know I don't like this, but don't know where I want to go. Well, Fashion My Crush, Jen came to visit me, and we had the best time. The first thing she says to me when she sees me, she's like, OMG, basically. I mean, she didn't say OMG because I wasn't popular then, but it was like, oh, you need to get yourself together. Like, what is going on? So that day, we went out, and I had showed her my makeup, and we were doing planned makeup, and I was getting all fancy, and I was getting creative, and I was showing her what I had, and I had some palettes that she had, and it was just like we had a mutual love for it, and the excitement that we had in talking about it, like, it was like, haha, like, this is something right here. But even then, still didn't, like, wasn't sold on that. But I was wearing makeup, and I was going every day, and people at work were like, oh my God, you look so fabulous, like, what's going on? Like, who did you meet? Are you dating somebody? No, I was just doing it for me. So people kept saying good things. My ex-boyfriend was loving it. Everybody was like, oh, you're good. So I took a makeup class from Color It Beautiful. She's on YouTube as well. And I took a class from her in California, and at that point I thought it was good, and then I got there and realized, I'm okay. Like, I'm not great, I'm okay. Lots to learn, still have a lot to learn as we journey. You'll probably see how everything I do improves. But I saw her, and I was like, okay, I was gonna quit. I was like, oh my God, I don't know everything I need to know. I'm gonna quit this whole makeup thing. And I was like, no, I invested money into this kit. I invested money into flying. I'm gonna be good at something, right? That's what I told myself. So I ended up brought the kid back, and I was like, I'm a makeup artist. So I said, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a makeup artist, I'm a makeup artist. So I was doing a couple different things. I did some birthday parties, I did a wedding, you know, I did stuff, you know, within makeup. And the one thing that kept happening to me was like, okay, to do makeup, you probably should know a little bit about it. So my grandma was like, get a license, Ashley. You want to have a license. You don't want to be doing people's makeup and not really know what you're doing. Okay. So with that being said, I researched schools, and I went to Paul Mitchell, and I walked in. When I say to you that I walked in, and it was like the heavens parted, and I knew where I was supposed to be. And it's not because they're pumping music. I mean, the music is great in the Paul Mitchell school. You should know that. With anyone who's been at Paul Mitchell school, you know. It's like live energy, lovely. But I'm a little bit out of that phase of like pumping Lady Gaga, you know, and wherever I'm at. Like that, not really my thing. But the energy, the love, the support, the commitment to being a good business person ethically, and the commitment to dealing with the whole person, and the commitment to knowing about different things that are happening in the industry, it spoke to me in a way that my gut was like, this is where you have to be. So I fought it for another month. I was like, no, I'm not sure. But my gut every day was like, no, this is where you should be. Like, you know. So I'm also a believer in a higher power. So I was like, you know what? God speaking to me through my feeling, and if I trust in Him, then the rest of it's going to be okay, right? So I was like, I'm gonna go to my job. I had a meeting I had to go to, so I went, and I had a presentation. It went well. Upper management was fine, but the energy, the level of inclusivity that I was looking for, that I found in the middle school, I didn't find at my job. So at that moment, I called my boss on the way home and told him I was done. So at this point, I'm in the process of dream catching. It's not over for me, you know. Like, I'm in the first step of this catching my dream. Going to school is not my dream. Going to school to get a license is part of the dream. But there's a lot of other steps in the process, you know. And I'm not going to expose all of them to you now, because as you all should know, as you grow as a human being, as you grow as a professional, as you grow as a person, some of those ideas change. But honestly, for me, it's all about catching what it is that speaks to your soul, that speaks to your heart. And I'm all about making people happy. And I mean, not a people pleaser, but I'm all about making people happy. I'm all about making people feel better about themselves. I'm all about being a catalyst for your own success. I believe so much in it that I decided to be my own catalyst. The last thing I ever wanted to do was to have some little girl, cousin, brother, or sister, or somebody come up to me and say, hey, I really want to do X, Y, Z, and because of my own insecurity, I tell them that they can't. Or I tell them that they should do it, and they ask me, did I ever have a dream? And I say, yeah, but I didn't do it. You know, I wanted to be a person that lives in what I preach and lives in what I say, and be able to tell a story from that. So I hope that it inspires you all to do something, whatever it may be, whether it be career, whether it be just mending some relationships, whether it be, you know, learning something new. You know, catch that dream. Be your own dream catcher. Like, dreams are not meant, they come to you for a reason. Dreams are not meant to come and then disappear. They're meant to come to you and manifest into something. So make sure that you use those manifestations for positivity in your life. So once again, guys, I love you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys for subscribing to my channel. And I will be a little more consistent, and I'll be coming to you again because I want to talk about skincare and about how we can kind of try to fix this and help somebody else who might have some issues with breakouts, adult acne. So anyway, once again, thank you so much, and we'll be coming to you shortly, or I'll be coming to you shortly with more combo. Anyway, love you guys. Ciao.